In this video, we're going to install a Grille badge on this classic Mini. Okay, so I've got a selection of badges here for you to have a look at. This is the one that I'm going to install today. So this is for the Mini Car Club of New South Wales. Another one, that's just the duplicate of what I've got on there at the moment. That's an NRMA badge for their 100th anniversary. And I just want to show you this style too. So this is a much larger badge. It's a lot heavier, but in order to mount one of these sort of badges, it needs sort of clamps down the bottom, which will hold on to a bar, usually like the bar you can put spotlights on. I don't have one of those installed on this car, so I'm not going to install this badge today, but we're just going to install this one here. Let me just show you the brackets that they come with. So most badges will probably have some holes in it already. And what it comes with are a couple of metal strips. And it also comes with some nuts and bolts to actually mount them on. I like how these ones, they've got an Allen key head on there. I guess it's so no one decides to unscrew it with a screwdriver and take it. But any valuable badges I wouldn't put on there. So you've got holes on there, the bolt will go through, and then these bars will go on the back side, and then that's what actually secures it to the grille. So the first step would be you'd need to remove the actual grille. Most cars actually have the screws, 4 screws around the side of the grille which hold it on. I've actually got these quick release bolts, which make things a lot easier. So especially when working on the car, doing any adjustments to the alternator, tensioning the belt on the alternator, and also changing the oil in the car, it just makes it so much easier to actually get to the oil filter. So these bolts just unscrew. And then we can just remove the grille straight off. So you can see the 2 points here which the grille attach onto. All right, let's take this to the bench. All right, so let me just first show you how this badge is actually mounted on. The way I did that, I actually just got myself a piece of just square metal. That's just galvanized steel. And then that plate actually holds it on. So that will actually work a similar way as to how these clips need to work on the other badge. So that one's fine for now. Now the position as to where the badge is going to go, I'm thinking I'll just put it over this side here just to keep things nice and balanced. I may need to work out the height, so whether it's going there and so forth. Because of the locations of the screw holes, it can only sort of go in set positions. So I wanted it to sort of be level with this badge, but it sort of can, but that would be level. But then the holes don't line up in order to get through the grille. So it probably will have to sort of sit there. So I'll put it there, because the next option is to have it up here, which might be okay, but it sort of looks a bit too high. So I'll try it in that location first, and then just see what it looks like when the grille's back on the car. So let's just take it out of this protective bag. And then the next thing I need to do is take the nuts off these bolts and just insert those. We'll just do 2 at a time, that way I'm not losing all the parts. So they will sort of sit there. I'll just flip it over, and then you can see that the 2 bolts are sticking through. So then we just get this piece of metal, the bracket that goes on there, and then the nuts will go on top of that. So these are Nylock. They've got a piece of nylon inside there, so you could put washers if you need to, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, so I'll put the next pair of nuts and bolts on, and then we can sort of start tightening it up. So in this instance, I need to use an Allen key on this side, and then tighten it up with a socket on the other side. Alright, so I've just done that side tight enough just so I can still manoeuvre it, just to get it into the right spot. Okay, so now we're at the point where I just want to get it in the right location before I tighten it down. Distance-wise, that's sort of the same spot as the other side. So now I'll just tighten all of those back up now. So there's no need to do that ridiculously tight, because if you do it too tight, it's going to start bending the slats in the grill. But that's what it looks like so far. So let's try and fit that on the car and just see how it looks on the car. So I'll just get it back on now, and then to get it back on, we just line up those bolt threads for the quick release nuts. Alright, so before I put these on, I'll just take you back so you can sort of see like a front on view to see how that looks. I'll shut the bonnet just so we see the normal front of the car. Okay, so there we go. I think that looks okay. They're sort of positioned evenly apart. I don't think that's going to interfere with the amount of air getting into the grill. I guess if you have a large plaque on the front, that might interrupt the airflow a bit, but little badges like that I don't think are going to make any difference. But I think that looks okay, so let's screw this back together, and then we're all done.